Oh, I don't know who that is. Maybe wine.
It's mine.
Okay.
Yep.
I was just gonna find it.
Dr. Shen.
Bika. So, Chauncey has asked all of you to be a part of this as you are either A, he feels you're an important person.
Speak up, please.
Mind Jesus.
Big.
So, he either finds you to be an important individual in his life into this venture that he's embarking upon and wanted you to be part of the process. So what we're really going to do is to take a look at what this entity is, talk a little bit about where each of you fit in the process, the vision, and really just come up with some goals that you all have since you are all stakeholders to make this vision real. Does everyone know Chauncey's vision for this? Is everyone aware of the full scale of Chauncey's business?
Not really.
Not really. Would you like to do the full scale business, or would you like me to?
I'd like you to.
Okay. And feel free to correct me if I am wrong.
Sure.
Okay. So, I'm going to get some ice and throw it on top of your head.
It's not.
Oh, we're on tape, aren't we?
Video.
This is the other side for me. So we have the entity right now known as Chauncey McGlaughlin. Haven't quite come up with a name yet, but if you think of this as a WGBH, is how Chauncey wants you to think of the overall umbrella. Underneath this umbrella, there are 3 different parts. We have church, publishing, and studio. The studio portion is Chauncey bringing together like-minded artists and entrepreneurs to come and help them to build their craft, learn how to do the producing, create the music, and get it out there and market it to whatever the larger spectrum is that they're looking for. The publishing piece is helping individuals to publish books, publish works of art, publish music, whatever it may be. And the church portion is a very unconventional church where it brings all of this together to be able to basically spread the good word to people in a way that is very much out of the box. I mean, we all know Chauncey, we know box is not him, he's like sparklers. So this is the entity as of right now of how Chauncey would like his enterprise to be viewed at pictorially. The vision is that in 10 years he wants to be able to go to any of his target communities, which right now are Boston, Atlanta,
And
DC. And to be able to be in community with any artist or entrepreneur that is in the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't have to read.
Okay. So are there any questions so far? Does everyone understand the background where Chauncey's coming from? Do we need a little bit of history to know how he's gotten to here, or are we good with this is where we are today?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
When you say in the kingdom, do you mean that they just know God, or that they go to church?
Actually, kingdom is almost the broadest sense that the family can be thought of, and in fact the emphasis is on the people who wouldn't consider themselves at all to be church people, but realize that they've got this inner passion and vision and purpose that transcends even their own history and identity, that they are somehow connected to this larger fabric of agents sent into the earth to publish, to produce, to perform in a way that calls the masses to the Creator. And most of those people, as you know, the most passionate ones are the ones who aren't in church and feel like the church is somehow a synthesized minstrelsy of the real citizenry. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I know you know what I mean, but I think this is a good way to end those kinds of statements. So yeah, it's people who may not even call God God, and who definitely don't consider themselves church people. The whole idea is that there should be because I believe the people who are the gifted artists who are appointed, the Da Vinci's, the Michelangelos, the Stevie Wonders, the Aretha Franklins, they are kingdom agents. And the reason why their gifting is so powerful, the reason why people start crying in the middle of their first song, is because God is operating through them, calling them to himself. But we don't have a space in our church construct to be able to, not only can we not celebrate them, we can't even identify them. And if you've seen the movie Ray Charles was doing this, the exact same work that I'm talking about doing. I call all of this stuff mission media. He was on the line, and he was telling the people in the club, you're the same people in church, and he was telling the people in the church, you're the same people in the club. And he was singing music that brought these two communities together for the first time. And he was called a heretic for it, and hated by almost both groups of people. But I think his ability to walk that line it propelled his music to a meaning and a purpose behind it that I believe changed the music industry and the way we think about music and church forever.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right.
Wow
is right.
I got it.
And you were at Stepping Out.
Yes.
So David is
That was hilarious.
that's a perfect example
No.
of what I'm talking about.
What was hilarious was, well, first of all, you know, some of us are walking with wine, like, oh, whatever. Then you have like these very pious sort of people that are like, wine in the session. And then, you know, I'm like, Jesus drank wine. Turn water to it. And so, you know, when they started performing a very hip hop kind of R&B feel to stuff, there are people who left because they just, I mean, the looks on their faces, to them it seemed like it was irreverent.
Right.
But then you had this whole slew of other folks, especially like older white people who were like, wow! You know? This is really cool.
Martha. Oh, Martha.
Yeah, you know. So it was a very interesting dynamic going on. Because there was a more traditional gospel group that was there beforehand. The one from Jubilee.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. They were very sort of showy, but in a very different way.
Right.
So, it was great.
Another plug. I thought that was
This one
plug.
might be fun.
Yeah, we use these too.
Oh,
I think I'm having
there's one over there.
We more outlets.
I think I have an extension cord in
I have one, I just don't know where it is.
I think I have one over here.
Throw them out over there somewhere. So as you can see, there's a lot that can take place from this organization. I mean, honestly, if you just take one entity, it can expand exponentially and just really capture the vision on its own. Chauncey has chosen to do a trinity of sorts, if I can use that.
To do what?
A trinity, creating a trinity of sorts.
Trinity.
Yes, if I can use that illusion.
Kind of Trinity head.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Understand you're working. You're trying.
I feel like that person sitting in the front row at a comedy show. Like the person sitting in the front row at a comedy show, you just can't please them.
No, not that.
Just sort of sit there. Okay, so do we want to give history first, or we just want to start from here? It's sort of up to you.
There was a theme that I think is important as a thread. I think when I gave the history, there was a way in which we went to a circle, and for me, I didn't even expect when you asked that it would circle. So there's at least that thread. I'd like to make sure that they kind of see, because this dates back for a while, so it's not like something that has just kind of dawned on me. Right.
So at the beginning of time, when Chauncey and I met, when he was sort of giving the background of how he came to where he is today, he mentioned that there's something that, you know, the music ministry in him has always been there. So when he was in high school, he had a music ministry on the side.